What's up, guys? I'm Newbie Dave, and welcome to the Weekend Update. Let's get started! How's it going, everybody? Yes, I finally got around to building a gliding platform at my old base, and this one is actually a little bit taller than the one at my new base, simply because I built the one at my new base on top of a mountain. This one is down at Y71, so I had to, it goes up just as high, but it's taller because the bottom of it is lower. But it looks really cool, and it's nice to finally have one of these at my old base. I'm probably not going to use it a whole lot to get back and forth between my bases now that I've got the ice road down the nether. That is so much quicker now, but it is really good for exploring other areas. For example, I needed a lot of glass to build this thing, and I needed more sand, so I had to go find a desert. And so I actually had to build part of the gliding platform to go explore to find a desert to get sand to make the glass to build the gliding platform. So it was kind of a build this to get stuff to build it sort of thing. Yeah, it's good. I like it. But that has absolutely nothing to do with today's episode. For today's episode, I want to do something with the horses that we got in our new stable. Specifically, I want to start breeding those horses. Specifically, I want to start breeding horses to get some super stats on my horses. So for this project, we are going to need lots of golden carrots, and we're going to need lots of splash potions. But let's start with the golden carrots. You can get golden carrots from some farmer villagers. Once the farmer villagers reach master level, which is like the max level that they can reach, there's a 50-50 chance that they will sell golden carrots. Now, I just recently bought some from this guy, so I can't buy any more right now. He needs to like sleep or work or do whatever he does to restock. And unfortunately, my other three farmers all sell the golden melon, so I can't buy any from them. But in getting ready for this episode, I did go ahead and buy a lot, which is why I can't buy any more right now. They're also super duper easy to make. You just need a carrot and 8 gold nuggets, which you get 9 golden nuggets from a single gold ingot. And so it's basically like 1 gold ingot and 1 carrot per golden carrot. And since we have a gold farm, then gold is cheap. So technically you only need 2 golden carrots to breed a horse. I guess to make 2 horses breed and make a new horse. That's what I'm trying to say. But to speed things up, I'm going to use a lot more golden carrots to accelerate the growth of the baby horses that we get, so we don't have to sit around and wait 20 minutes for them to reach maturity so we can breed them again. The other thing we need for this project is some splash potions of swiftness, specifically speed 2. We want to maximize the speed bonus that we get from these. So as you can see, I've got like 3 stacks of golden carrots. I've got some splash potions of swiftness. I've got my saddle, and I think we are ready to go. So now I will head back to my new base. So here we are back at our new base, and before we get started with that, there's something that I just remembered. I installed the beacon. The beacon that I brought with me when I started this new base. I finally got it installed here in my little underground storage area. I kept wanting to put it here and just never got around to it. So between episodes, dug that out, put a bunch of iron blocks in there, and put the beacon in. I haven't activated it, so there's no like speed or haste or anything. Let's go ahead and do that now. So I'll throw an iron ingot in, and for today's episode, we don't really need anything special, so I'll just do speed because it's kind of fun, and regeneration. Now, much to my surprise, this thing is actually working even though there's no hole in the top of this structure, and I guess it's because the very top of it is just a slab, which doesn't count as a full block. I didn't know that the beacon beam would go through slabs, so that's actually really cool. I was expecting to have to break out a hole in the top of that. However, this thing is black because the glass that I have for my floor here is black, and I don't want it to be black. I want it to be purple. So let's go get some glass. Let's get some purple dye. We'll make some purple glass, and you know what, I'm gonna need, that only makes 8 and I need 9. I hate that when I have to make like a full stack of something else. I guess it's not full stack, but a whole nother set of something else just because I need one more. Whatever, I'm loaded, I can afford it. All right, so let's come rip all of this up. Take out the black glass. Oh, hello. Take out the black glass and replace it with purple glass, which is going to look a little funny from below. Maybe I just do the purple in the middle, because I do like having the black glass in there. No, actually that looks really good. I like it. Yeah, I'll keep that. It looks good. So now we've got a purple beam coming out the top of this thing and shooting out the roof. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, so what are we going to do with these horses? Well, when you breed two horses, the baby horse that you get, it's going to have a mix of the parent horse's stats plus some random stat. Like, I didn't explain that very well at all. So it's going to take the speed and jump properties of its parents and average them with some other generated speed and jump property for the baby. It's going to average all those things together, which means that the baby will be about as fast and can jump about as high as its parents. Well, it turns out that if you hit your horses with a speed 2 swiftness potion, which will make them faster, and then breed them while they have that effect on them, that counts. That actually bumps up their speed value in terms of breeding, and you will get a baby horse that is as fast as the parent horses with the speed effect, but it doesn't have to have the potion on it. And so it's a really good way to get some super fast horses and some horses that can jump really high. I don't have the materials to make the potions of jumping, and I don't care too much about jumping. Horses can already jump high enough to get over a fence. So I'm just worried about speed. So what I want to do, I'm going to build some little temporary corrals down here. And these don't have to be super big. I'm just going to do like a 3x3, kind of like this. And I'm going to leave the corners open because the horses won't be able to get out through the corners, but it's a very easy way for us to get in. And then I will go ahead and put like a little fence gate there so we can open that to get the horses in, but then close it and they can't get out. So I'm going to do one there, and I'm going to do a second one over here. I want them to be a little ways away from each other so that we can breed up some horses over here and like hit them with a splash potion. And then we're going to move the babies over here and turn them into adults, hit them with a splash potion, breed them, and then move those babies over here. And so we can always separate like the generations of horses, like the parents from the children, from the grandchildren, and so on, to make sure that we're always breeding the ones that have the improved stats. So I rode each of these horses prior to the video, and I believe these two were my fastest. They're all decent, like they're not super fast already, but they're also not super slow. And these two, they were, you know, that's a pretty good speed. That's a pretty good speed. And so these are the two I'm going to start with. So let me move this guy down here. Whoops. Maybe I shouldn't do this with my shovel. So we'll get, why is he not getting in there? You know what? He can jump. Wow, he can jump. Holy jumping horse. That's amazing. And then we'll come get the spotted horse, put the saddle so we can ride you. Actually, oh, yeah, I got off that. That's better. I was like, that's not very fast at all. That's about as fast as me running. All right, we'll move you down here into this corral as well. And now we'll hit the two of you with a splash potion of swiftness. And I guess it'll also hit the pig as well. Oh, yeah, okay, I've got the particles turned off. I was like, why didn't that... I should be seeing particle effects. Yeah, I've got particles turned off, which is actually kind of a problem. We're just going to have to trust that this worked. Okay, so now we will breed you two, and we've got little baby foal. Oh, he's so cute. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a lead, and we're going to take this baby horse over here. Come on, baby horse. Come on, baby horse. Get in here. Okay, now we're going to use some golden apples to speed up the growth process. And horses are a little bit different. For one, they take more of whatever food it takes to breed them to actually grow to full maturity. It takes 20 instead of 10. But they also don't just suddenly go from baby to adult. They slowly grow with each little feeding. So we'll go like this, and you can see he's just getting a little bit bigger each time. And the way that you know that they're fully mature is, well, one, when you feed them the carrot, he'll actually eat it instead of getting the green sparkles. But also, we can't ride him right now. Like, I'm trying to ride him, and it's just not working. Once he's a fully grown, mature adult horse, then we can ride him. Oh, there we go. So now I can ride him. He's a fully mature adult. But in order to breed him, we have to tame him first. So I'm going to keep riding him over and over until we get the little heart effects, which means that he's tame. There we go. And he is now ours, and we can breed this guy. So let's go make another little baby foal, and hopefully that took long enough that these two are ready to breed again. Oh, I need to hit him with a splash potion first. So I've got enough splash potions to do this for 3 generations, which is fine. I think because the stats of the baby is an average of the parent stats and a randomly generated stat for the baby, I think that kind of makes the stats plateau. They can only go up so high because that randomly generated stat for the baby is always going to bring the values back down to something reasonable. Alright, so we'll age this guy up to full maturity and tame him, and then we can start breeding these two, which will both have improved speed stats. Alright, so he is tame. Let's actually like verify this first. Let's put a saddle on you and go riding around. And so you can see that this is a pretty fast horse. It definitely seems faster than the 2 that I got out of the stables. And so with each generation, we should see an improvement in the speed. Now, what to do with these 2 guys? I'm going to go ahead and put them back in the stables just because I don't like killing horses. And we need this space. That is such a huge jump. That is incredible. And we need that space to start breeding the next generation of horses. Alright, so same thing here. We will hit them with a splash potion, and then we will breed them. And this little baby foal should be even faster. So let's lasso you, and we'll bring you out here. And you can already kind of see, look how fast this guy is moving around compared to like a normal baby horse in this game. Even without riding him, you can already tell that he's a lot faster. Alright, so we'll breed these 2 again, and then we will have 2 more fast horses that we can move over here and start breeding up. Whoa, hold on now. That little guy got away from me and took off back to his parents. Get in here. No. Come on. Come on. Do you want a carrot? You want a carrot? There we go. Okay. These baby horses, especially once they start getting fast, they're a little bit hard to control. So the one thing that I don't like about this process is the baby horses, they also inherit their looks from their parents. And given enough generations, they're eventually just going to like all end up looking the same as these 2 are. And so those 2 horses both look like this one parent, and so their children are both going to look exactly like that as well. Which is kind of sad because I really liked my black horse that I started with. Was he black? Oh, no. Never mind. I thought he was a black horse. It was just from what you could see with the diamond armor, made him look black. But no, these all look the same. So I guess if you wanted some variety, you could try to find 2 horses to start with that are the same color or the same pattern or something, and breed them up, and then get 2 other horses that look different and start breeding them up, and get like a whole generation of really fast horses that look completely different, and then start breeding them. So you can kind of play around with their looks the same way that you would play around with their stats. Alright, so this will be our 3rd and final generation of breeding, just because that's all the splash potions that I made. And I could go more generations, but like I said, because the baby stat, or the baby horse, is going to have some 3rd random stat. Why didn't they breed? I haven't tamed them yet. Yeah, you can't forget to tame them. You can't breed them until you tame them. But yeah, since the baby horse gets its own random stat that gets averaged out with the parents, I think that at some point you're not going to see any value from continuing to breed them anymore. So I think 3 generations is probably a good stopping point. Okay, now they are both tamed, and we should be able to breed them. Oh no, I lost my my speed effect, and I don't know if this one's still going. I'm gonna have to go make one more potion. Okay, so there's baby number 1. Let me go back to my old base and make one more set of speed potions, since I wasted that first one trying to breed them before I tamed them. Whee! Whee! And we are back. So let me get this guy aged up, and then I will tame him so I don't make the same mistake I made last time. There we go. And we'll go make our final baby here. So splash potion, golden carrot, and baby number, I think that's 6. I think it's baby 6. Because I had 6 potions to start with and I had to remake one of them. So yeah, baby 6. My goodness, look at him. He's just zooming right around. So I need to go get my last stack of golden carrots because the 11 that I have left aren't going to be enough to fully mature him. So yeah, that's why we need so many golden carrots, because I am making this process go a lot faster rather than just waiting for them to grow on their own. Okay, and now that I have tamed both of them, I realize since I'm not breeding them anymore, that doesn't matter. You know what? I had to make 3 more potions, so I've got 2 left over. Why not? Let's go ahead and do 1 more generation. So let me go put these 2 back in the stables to make room for the last ones. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to breed up too many horses last time to get started, because I knew I was going to be making a lot more horses in this episode. All right, 1 more round of zoomies. Here we go. All right, so these 2 horses, we're not going to breed them, but I'm still moving them over here just so I can fully mature them and know which ones were the last generation so I can check their speed. So we'll tame this guy. I mean, look at him. He is going crazy. So let's put a saddle on him. And we'll take these 2 for a spin and see how fast they are. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. So fast. That's incredible. Unfortunately, that's a pretty good jump. I was about to say it doesn't look like either of them got like the super jumping capabilities of the first horse that had the diamond armor. But that's a pretty good jump height. Yeah, so these guys, they're just cruising along. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of room in my base to really ride a horse at super high speeds. But once we get that tunnel dug and we can take them out into the world around, then we can have a lot more fun. So last thing I want to do is name these 2 so I don't forget which ones are my super fast horses. So I think this one was a little bit faster. They're both pretty much the same. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to name this one Barry, after Barry Allen, the Flash, and this one Bolt, after Usain Bolt. And for Barry, I'm going to go give him the diamond armor just so it's a little bit easier. He'll stand out from all the other clones of Barry in the stables over here. So now we can just walk up and see, oh, there's our super fast horse. We'll get on and go. Man, he just like ran right over that fence. This is fun. This is fun. I've never done this before, but I've seen other people do it, and this is really fun. Okay, you know what? I was getting my other 2 horses from the 3rd generation and taking them back to the stables. First of all, this guy is also ridiculously fast. So yeah, I think that after about 3 generations, the speeds kind of peak out. But also, check this out. This dude can jump. He's got some serious ups. Yeah, that's a good jump. So I think I actually like this guy a little bit better than the other 2 that I named. So I am going to name him Gonzo, after Speedy Gonzalez. And I'm going to give Gonzo the diamond armor because I think he's the one that I'm going to end up riding the most. Where'd Gonzo go? There you are, Gonzo. And that is going to wrap things up. So thank you all so much for watching. This was a lot of fun. Getting a super fast horse. I'm looking forward to riding this guy outside of my base where I don't have enough room to ride horses anymore. But yeah, just get you a couple of splash potions of speed 2 and a couple golden carrots, and it's not that hard. Big shout out to my patron Summer. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, and while you're down there, feel free to subscribe so you'll get notified of future episodes as they come out. Thanks y'all, and have a great day.